This is Cassie on behalf of MyCard. We're live from FinovateEurope, London, and we've been talking to people here today about the top trends in technology and financial services in 2012.
I think banks need to improve a lot on user experience and user interfaces, and especially providing services that are more interesting for users, not just looking at the balances and transaction listing, but providing more added value to the end customer.
Well, I think an obvious one is PFM, so personal finance management tools. We're seeing a lot of that today, and I expect people to increasingly expect that and want that. So it sort of feels like as soon as some banks start offering that kind of thing, everyone will have to do it because it's kind of minimum expectation from customers, I would hope, within the next year or two.
Today we saw lots of personal finance management. I think that's going to be the main entrance for a lot of people doing finance. So rather than logging into your bank account, you'll be working with your personal finance, and then maybe on the back side of it, you'll do some transactions. I've also been impressed by a lot of new inventions technology. For instance, the Connect way of doing your bank business. And I think on authentication there will be a lot of new products and services coming about, identifying yourself, also the statement of who you are. So I guess that's obvious because we are in need of services like that even more and more.
Well, for me it's all about business to consumer. So the ability for consumers to take more ownership of their security, of their money, of the way they trade and the way they deal with financial services companies.
So in 2012, I think money management, personal finance management tools, online identity and mobile solutions.
Well, mobile obviously, because it goes without saying that's the central trend in this space. You know, the guy that ran Google, Schmidt, he said, if you don't have a mobile strategy, you don't have a strategy. And I think that's true for the financial services sector as a whole.
So the big trends I'd like to see, one is bring your own technology to work, allowing people to bring their own favourite technology from home into the office. The other two are kind of really obvious, like social and mobile. Two things that are kind of taking root this year, I think hopefully will really take off this year.
The trend in 2012 is going to be social media and the use of it.
This year for me it's really the breakthrough from websites to mobile. I think the traffic to mobile will rapidly increase even more than now. So mobile will be the place where you meet customers.
In my opinion, it's explosion of data and related data science features. Then social media will remain probably a trend, although I don't think that marketing is a very good thing in social media. And growth of devices and channels.
I think so far it has really been a lot about the infrastructure of payments. You see new companies like Square come out. I think the future is really going to be about big data and how big data is going to change the cost of money, how it's going to change the availability of money, because as we get more and more data in the cloud, we can also do more and more precise credit trends, credit ratings, and all that drives to a much easier availability of money for both companies and consumers.
The capability of technology to support masses and masses of data and support mega trends in data will drive personalization probably greater than any other time, and that will extend into financial services in a big way in 2012.
I think is by far the most important is the monetization of the data. The banks own payment data, and I think we've all seen that it can be very valuable, whether it's by using those data to present meaningful offers to customers or using that data to extend banking into other channels. I think that data is a core source of innovation for the foreseeable future for banks.
The big trends, I think, as you see that the barriers to entry is really being lowered. It becomes a lot easier to start a finance company with all the infrastructure place, components really coming together. And you see the last 10 years of good practices of consumer web, nice interface design, great usability, actually coming to finance. There's been a huge gap for years, and these two are actually bridging at this point.